Have you checked the children?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil, Laird.
Robert Duell.
And Jaime and Fuego here.
And we are doing another patron-requested review today from a request from Heather Briley. And this is one called Pieces. Now, this is one that I hadn't seen before this request, but I'd heard a lot about, and it's got a fun tagline. It's like, you don't need to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. This was a Spanish-language film that had English actors and some English dubbing, and I will say that I did enjoy this movie more than some of the patron requests we've gotten recently because of the gore factor. The gore factor is what saved it for me. Literally, Pieces is what it seems. I think that's the other tagline. It's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, that was on the poster that I read.
Yeah. So, it's girls getting hacked up into pieces by a chainsaw. And there's nothing really more to it than that. They try and fake out who it is. You know, it's a whodunit the entire movie, but it's still fun. There's a lot of gore, and while the story isn't the strongest, I still very much am glad I have this in my library. Mm-hmm. Robert?
Most definitely. I'm glad I got to watch this and everything. It's like, I do remember bits and pieces hearing about it and everything like that.
0 week, folks.
But other than that, I really didn't know too much about this and everything. It is definitely one of the most enjoyable 80s slashers and everything that I've watched. Again, like I've said it before, I'm not a huge slasher fan.
Same.
But the gore and the creative kills of what you give me, that's what sucks me in. And honestly, I thought we had some pretty good semi-creative and like gory kills and whatnot. Mm-hmm. There was one specifically, the girl gets hacked in half in the shower. That I thought was probably our coolest kill.
The aftermath, especially.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But overall thoughts, I dug the hell out of this movie. It was funny without necessarily being intentionally funny. And again, it was nice and gory.
I actually think there were parts that were definitely intended to be funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like the weird martial art bit. Like,
okay.
what?
Oh,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That was
Hell
that
the
literally
most
came out of left
racist
field
thing.
with a bowling ball. Just
Holy
like out of
crap.
nowhere.
I just thought
that might have been
yeah,
the most
that was
racist
like
thing to come out in
baseball.
1982.
Yeah, that was like
with you.
baseball. And that's the thing, like this being earlier 80s, vastly different than later, mid 80s type stuff. But yet, this is one along with the burning and oh goodness, what was the other one that we had a recent
Videodrome we did recently. From Beyond we did it recently.
Yeah, but
talking about slashers.
Yeah, but there's another early 80s slasher that is eluding me. Anyway, it's not important.
Yeah, we've done a bunch.
Yeah,
at this
it's
point,
not important.
I vaguely
But
remember what he's talking about.
Yeah. There is a couple that are specifically talked about in the early 80s, and this is one.
Is it Alice, Sweet Alice, maybe?
No, it wasn't that. It was the one where 40 years later, and well, very similar to this, but inconsequential, obviously. This sort of slasher is not so much my jam, but I can at least find fun in it. The boob factor was very high and very deliberately. Although it definitely
80s in its glory.
Yeah, it definitely hinders the arousal aspect when they're getting cut up by
Does it?
chainsaws.
Does it? Really?
At least for me.
Well, extra lube,
at
you
least for me,
know?
it most definitely does. The lingering shots of girl jumping into the pool and then she's just like, what are you gonna do to me? And she's like, boobs hanging out and stuff.
No, what are you doing?
Yeah,
And not to mention, she could have literally rolled back into the
Yeah.
pool, swam across.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we've got the shower bit, and then we've got the elevator bit. The elevator kill
That was a really good one.
That one was good. As was the waterbed kill. I thought was solid.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Except
that was kinda
had the
funny,
worst.
though.
There was one shot that they left in. It was a slow motion shot
it was where he was putting it through her.
Yeah, except they kept it on the wide shot, and you saw the knife bend completely to the left of her head.
I didn't see that.
Oh
part
my
then.
god!
I
Then
guess I
it
was looking
cuts to the
something
shot
up.
of it through her face, and
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
no, that's not what the knife did at all. That's not what it did at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say you watched the unrated version, right?
I did,
the
yeah.
Uncut version. Yeah, I watched whatever is on Shudder, so I don't know.
I would say that's the one I watched.
Yeah.
or
I
Shudder.
don't know how
Oh,
much
okay.
could have been like tainted, taken
Maybe
away.
the unrated one had
whatever.
the folding knife in
Yeah,
it.
but I
Maybe
did
that's
like
why I
the.
didn't.
I did enjoy the goofiness of that Kendall main character, who was like this nerdly guy, but yet he's this big like.
I thought for
ladies'
sure he was
man.
going to be the killer for a while.
damn Don Juan and
yeah,
shit.
exactly, and he's trying to like woo the tennis girl. And
I was
all
like,
that
bro,
different
that
stuff.
Jufro ain't getting any of these women. What are
Okay.
you talking about?
Let's
It
talk
was
real
funny
quick
to
on
me,
how
though.
awkward his little fucking side buddy was.
Oh, the guy who kept messing with him and putting the
Yeah,
mask on.
yeah, and then- yeah,
Hey
he-
man,
yeah,
what are
he
you
literally-
talking about?
Yeah, he
I
literally
bet
comes
you
out of
didn't know
nowhere
that
with a
right
mask
away.
on. And
He
just,
was totally normal. God, what?
like he was actually
that
probably
was-
the worst actor out of the entire movie.
If
was
anyone's
that
seen
little redhead dude.
Community, he is the spitting image of like the glasses nerd that like they make fun of all the
Deliberately
time.
so too.
Yeah.
yeah. Because this takes place
I've
in
been
a
looking
Boston
everywhere for you.
University, and yeah, lots of American actors though. So with
Hey,
the-
Baggy McBags a lot over there. We gonna chill out with the Russell? Good lord,
we have consumption transpiring.
my God!
To stage,
Good to have Susie
stage
back.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man.
All right,
but,
that's enough.
But I mean, the one other thing I want to mention is that I dug the score because it felt very much, despite being Spanish horror, filmed in America, albeit,
Yeah.
but it felt like some of that giallo Italian late 70s stuff. With
No,
like
I would
the
definitely
synths
agree
and
with
the
that,
horns
yeah.
and just the weird eclecticness to it. I felt like I was watching like an Argento or something of that nature in that Italian regard. So I
Yeah.
dug it.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that-
Luis even thought that it was an Italian. We're like, no, man.
Yeah, no, I think you popped in and said something about that, like being Italian or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But it's Spanish.
Spanish.
yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. It didn't blow me away. The acting was really
Neither.
silly again because it's meant to be a comedy at points,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't really know which actor is meant to be taken seriously and which ones aren't. But it's just enjoyable. Again, for me, it's enjoyable for the gore. I'm not gonna next time I watch it, I'm gonna be laying on that fast forward button just a little bit more than I did this time. You know what I mean? Because like it's just the kills for me. The story didn't do it. Didn't really have me laughing, but it wasn't bad. It just I'm there for the gore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah,
very of the
yeah.
era, I would say.
Any other acting points for you guys? They knocked it home for you. Now let's talk briefly about the gore. Again, it's called Pieces, and there's a chainsaw guy, and there's women hacked to such, but
It's all women too.
yeah, the stuff they don't. Well, there's a reason for it.
Which makes sense with
Yeah,
the
'cause
puzzle.
he's
Yeah.
kind
with
of
the puzzle, which
yeah.
is also
He's
ties in
putting
with the
together a
pieces.
puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
basically that's why he's taking these perfect pieces from
Assembling the
women.
best woman.
Oh, which God, that's right. The
Had that
finale
really good
gives
ending.
the-
I actually
yeah.
really dug the ending.
Oh my
of this
god.
movie.
Okay, that very ending scene. Let me grab my coat. Like, are you
That would mess you up, though. That would mess you
not
up.
live?
It would
kinda
mess you
made
up.
me-
It doesn't matter.
It kinda
It's a
made-
makeshift woman that's falling on you.
It kind of made me
Oh,
want to
no,
watch
not that.
Frankenhooker.
The very end before cut to black credits.
Oh well.
That
whatever.
the popping.
Oh right. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
I forget about that.
Yeah.
yeah. The nut scratch grab.
Oh my god. Like,
was kinda
don't
weird.
get me wrong. That scene was fucking hilarious.
It was because he was the arch bushmaster, like freaking Kevin Smith talked about. I mean, just rip him off.
Ugh.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
Anyway, I don't
Don't
know.
forget your coat.
You guys, any thoughts on the effects?
Gory as hell.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like the kills and the gore and everything were definitely effective for the budget they were working with, and even being again 80s slasher, it's sometimes hit and miss on the quality of those. But this one, they definitely put their money into the kills and the gore, and that's what I appreciate the most.
Yeah, the girl got her arm sawed off early. That was
Yep.
solid. But really, the one that stuck with me, and even though there's like really pretty breasts involved in the scene, half of a woman, and it.
Oh yeah, she gets hacked, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really tough to watch, man.
That was
I
pretty
don't
brutal.
know. I can't find enjoyment in seeing stuff like that, but
I liked it.
yeah, there you go.
The setup though for that kill, I thought was
That
pretty
was the
good.
tennis girl, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yep, 'cause they had the band music
they
playing
had
over.
the band music playing, and
Yep.
like the tennis instructor and Kendall were like, "God, this music is so horrible. It's driving me crazy." And the guy they were baiting and switching you to think that he was the killer.
There are literal like okay.
There's like
three.
2 or 3. So,
There's 3 people, and one of them on one line on questioning. It's pretty much a dead given on who your killer is going to be. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't there for the mystery though, personally. So yeah, I don't know.
Boobs and
The
blood,
movie
man.
is worth it if you
80s.
if you like boobs or blood. That's the determining factor on this one. But it's still entertaining. If you guys haven't watched it, definitely it's one that any fan of 80s horror should definitely watch, especially slashers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was on board for it, and thank you very much to Heather Briley for
Yes.
recommending it.
Most
Because
definitely.
I don't know when we would have gotten around to it.
Honestly, probably would have skipped me for another however many years. So thank you.
Certainly not almost 40 years. Ugh, gross. Anyway, that's going to do it for our thoughts on Pieces. Why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on this movie if you've seen it? If you haven't seen it, did this review make you want to or less likely to watch it? Let us know
Shudder.
those thoughts in the comments as well. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Robert Duell.
Gracias to our patrons. I've been Jaime and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.